Hello and welcome to A VO's Journey. My name is Anthony Pica. This show is all about helping the new and upcoming voiceover actor grow their business, sidestep all the crazy things that I seem to step on. Today is Tuesday, the 12th of October. We're going to be talking about how to make a scary voice. It's probably, strangely enough, I probably need to be checked out. One of my favorite things to do is scary voiceovers. It's actually, I got started in the voiceover business doing audiobooks and scary voiceovers. So Halloween came around. I was super excited because I was like, oh, I could do scary voices, so I'll give it a shot. And that really kind of took off for me. So anyways, I'm excited to share with you today how you can put together one or two different scary voices or voiceovers. And real quick, if you haven't got a chance, please hit that like and subscribe button. Also, check out A VO's Journey Elite Academy. We go over things like this, how to do all kinds of different voices and voiceovers. We do voice acting and production and marketing with 4 or 5 live classes every single week. There'll be a link below. You can check that out. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into how you can create a scary voice. And I'm going to give you a couple tips and techniques. But the first one, before we start with all of that, it's really key that you just let go, do you know what I mean? And have fun, play around. I know it sounds kind of weird, but, give yourself permission to play. Meaning like, this is, we're pretending, which it's super fun, to think about, when you were younger or whatever, and you could pretend. And as adults, we don't really do that very much because it's kind of weird, right? But that's the cool thing about what we do, right? Is we pretend. So let yourself play around, pretend, and just let go, because inhibitions, and I call it the mile of crap between your mouth and the microphone. We bring all of this stuff in between our ourselves and the performance and the script. So letting yourself go and just be like, I'm going to play around. I'm going to pretend. I'm going to just have a good time and see what happens is very useful. Okay, it's very useful for your growth as a voice actor in general. Okay, so anyway, so let's go ahead and dive in just a couple of things. Now, first things first, one of the tips or tricks of the trade, if you will, is the proximity to your microphone, okay? The proximity to your microphone gives you different feelings. Like the further away you go from the microphone, all right, the further away you go gives a different feeling from the closer. Now, the closer I get, all right, the more it sounds intimate, but the more it can sound also close in your ear, in your head, all right, kind of, and it can be creepier. So I'm going to get closer, all right, and I'm going to, we'll just start by getting closer, okay? So I'm going to get closer to the mic, and what I've done is now that I'm closer, I've dropped the volume of my voice a little bit, because I'm closer to the mic, okay? The volume on your end should still be the same, but I've dropped my volume because if I was to get this close to the mic and be loud, like I was when I was back here, back there, it would clip, all right? So at this point now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my talking a little more breathy, all right? And I'm going to almost whisper a little bit, make it a little breathier, almost as if it's between a whisper and it's between, I'm placing the voice in the back of my throat, all right, and I'm making it a little wispy. I'm making it whispering, and I'm putting it in the back, and I'm letting it kind of rumble with little whispering up close to the microphone. Now you've got a weird kind of voice, right? So that is a easy way to create something by just getting close to the microphone, getting to a whisper, and making it very breath. Because when we whisper, right, we're using our breath to really talk as more so as shaping the words, all right, through our vocal cords. We're using our breath. But if we put that back, if we take our voice and we try to get it in the back of our throat, all right, to where if you imagine, like you imagine your throat, okay, and you placing the words by coming out in the bottom of the throat, you'll notice you'll stretch out your mouth. You'll stretch out the back of your throat. Okay, your head will almost come up, and it'll be like you're pushing your voice in the back. Okay, by the way, a lot of these things that we're talking about today, you know what I mean? And also stretching, opening your vocal cords. If you're trying to have a deeper voice, this actually helps you get a deeper sound. You can never change the how deep your voice is, but you can get a deeper sound with your natural voice by opening, yawning, getting your voice to the back of your throat, okay? So that's one method that you can do. You can get breathier, get closer to it. Another method is because we've got this dark lore, this kind of, thing where we go and this is how we make something because you can see what I'm doing is I'm making it whispering, but I'm putting it in the bag, and I'm holding. That's right. I'm holding it at the front, at the back, so that it doesn't release, so that you get that kind of rumble. You know what I'm saying? You get this rumble, all right, and letting the breath and the that kind of stuff like that, and by pushing. But restricting in the back of your throat, you're gonna get this kind of crazy. So I'm clenching my throat, keeping it in the back, right, and pushing from my diaphragm in order to get out enough air to make that noise. Okay. Now you might be like, okay, well that's cool, but I can't figure that out. Is there something else? Sure. Well, I'm gonna give you another tip. Most of us, know how to do this because we do, but if you push your voice to the front of your nose, right, to the front of your nose, and push it, like make it go like this, right, like to the front of your nose, okay, and then if we kind of add a little sinister to it, gonna like yes, all right. So what I've done is I've taken my mouth, instead of opening it like we normally talk, I am turning it to like this. All right. So it's like, yes, I'm almost like a duck, like a duck beak. So instead of it being rounded like we normally talk, like you're taught, especially like if you were in music or anything, you're taught to keep a rounded sound. All right. But when we're going to do this, we're going to make it like this. We're going to change our voice to where it actually constricts the shape of the sound and turns it to something like this, as opposed to, so I'm doing it from the side, but you get the idea, right? Something where it's like this instead of like this. So when you do it like this, it changes the sound, and it makes it kind of weird and creepy. Okay, and again, if you take that, and you can do it two ways. You can change your mouth like that, take the mouth shape, all right, and then if you push forward your voice. So you push forward your voice like this, all right? I talk like this, all right? And I'm pushing it forward in my mouth and my nose, all right? So that's what's giving me that high pitch, kind of crazy sound. But if I bring it in the back of my throat and do the same thing, it can give me, it can give me this kind of weird and creepy, what is his name? Hello, Georgie. Right? You'd be like, hello, Georgie. Right? Just that kind of thing, right? So, you've got a lot of different ways that you can create a character by shaping your mouth differently. And for an evil character, think of it as, it's a lot of constriction going on. All right, there's constriction. You can constrict your throat. You can change the shape of your mouth from a more rounded shape like we would normally talk, okay? Because you can see, as I'm thinking about it, a lot of training too when I was younger, and a lot of vocal training because I was also a singer and an actor. So a lot of that vocal training is about, opening up your throat, making, the sound like an O, all right, like a circle, to get that clean, crisp sound. We want to constrict it. We want to constrict it. All right. We want to get it back in the throat and squeeze your throat and make it so that none of that is whole anymore. It's all wonky, for a technical term. We'll use wonky. All right. Anyways, play around. Use some of these techniques. I mean, it's really fun. I mean, I think it's fun because I'm probably an idiot. But you know what? We got to be an idiot sometimes to have a good time in our lives and make some money. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember, try this out. I mean, it's Halloween, it's scary time, have fun. And remember, scary can be funny too. You know what I mean? So, it's not just about how scary you can be, but also scary, goofy, and things like that, okay? So have a good time. Have a good time. Try it out, play, and give yourself some freedom to be an idiot. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. You have a good day. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and check out A Viewer's Journey Elite Academy. All right, bye. All right, bye. Bye, guys. Bye.